This is an exciting time for you. You're kicking off season two of your fantasy-inspired spirits line with Quest End Druid. What can we expect from this whiskey?
The whiskey itself is going to be varied and different, right? Every year every bottle we build based on what the story is. So, in case people don't know, each bottle is a continuation of an ongoing saga that goes across 16 different drops. Each bottle is a new chapter in that story, but it's also a new liquid that's built on whatever that character is doing, the character class, or what our master blender reads. So this year the liquids varied. I mean, we're trying to break away from just Kentucky bourbon, right? And a mix of Kentucky bourbon. So we're doing lots of exciting stuff. This particular blend comes from the Pacific Northwest, and is really herbaceous and delicious.
Yeah, this has been such a fun experiment for you. You had the first season with a paladin, rogue, and dragon, and those did very well for you. What's been most rewarding about, combining these two loves of storytelling and then spirits?
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's so funny. So we just launched something called Fam Club. Our answer to sort of how people can save money, because we have a very premium price point, and also find ways to engage the community. So one of the things we kept hearing about is like we want to connect to other people in sort of like our customer base, and so we just launched that. Literally right now it's 12:30 on the East Coast. We launched it at noon, so we're up for a half hour. And so far, sales for our fam club are going through the roof. So it's $50 a month. You get Discord. You get a bunch of behind the ropes experiences like tastings and parties and like all these sort of really cool ways to connect, on top of getting a discount. So I'm excited about the fact that this thing that we've dreamed about, which is building a spirit company, building a community company built around spirits, is now like our next big step into that is now taking off. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that's really cool that it has its own fandom at this point now. That's
Yeah.
really awesome to see you cultivate. And this is a really exciting time for your career as well. What's really cool about your Scream 7 return is you basically spoke that into existence. You kept saying, I would love to come back. So what was your reaction when you actually got that call that it was actually happening after all these years?
Yeah, I was really, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty excited about it. I had a lot of questions for Kevin when he called. And so yeah, I was, look, I'm excited, really ecstatic to be back. I hope fans are happy. I hope people are excited to see me. And I just hope I don't screw it up. I mean, I think people are gonna love it. And then I think the script's great. I think the cast is fantastic. So I'm really hopeful that it's a home run.
Yeah, it seems like it's being done the right way. You can't do better than Kevin Williamson at the helm. He wrote the first two movies, Scream 4, and now he's directing. So you knew you had to be in good hands. How was it, getting to collaborate with him again?
Oh, great. It's like old friends, right? And Nev's on set, working with Nev and seeing her is great. Look, I think that we're all really hopeful that, look, I think the journey continuing, I think fans are going to be excited. Sort of, it's got that vibe of like old school Scream. And so, I just think we're all really hopeful that we're building what the fans will love and appreciate.
Yeah, I'm so excited as well. And I spoke with David Arquette last week, and he mentioned that he was a bit disappointed that the casting news got out since it was meant to be a surprise. Was it the same with you?
Oh yeah, yeah. I was definitely not supposed to be announced until the trailer. But I think that we were all pretty conscious of the fact that, once you start saying Scream 7 shooting, the people are going to start paying attention in the general area. So sneaking me in and sneaking me out would have been really difficult. So eventually, we broke the news ourselves before I got a chance to leak, and yeah, and so it is what it is. It's modern technology, and I don't think anyone was unduly surprised. I'll put it to you that way.
Yeah, and you've had a lot of really fulfilling roles this past decade in particular. I loved you on Twin Peaks: The Return, and David Lynch obviously passed away recently. How special was it getting to work with him? Because he's really one of the true masters of film that we've had, especially in American cinema.
Just the fact that he led with this sort of this charm and this in meditation they talk about following your charm and sort of and I feel like David had that innately. I think that he like had this he has moments, I'm sure everyone would understand, he was a mercurial in moments, right? And he was a funky cat. But he had this real sense of joy about him and this like real, I don't know, he was a really lovely human being and a beautiful artist. And working with him was a treat because you realize you're working with someone who is such an icon for, in cinema, that it was a real gift.
And actors are lucky to have one like iconic role, but you've been having ever since the '90s, like every decade, you wind up having two or three iconic roles on your resume each decade. How has it been getting such a diverse group of fans? Because there's people that recognize you for Scream. Shaggy's been this whole new generation as you continue to do the voice work. Like, how has that experience been? Because people have such different touchstones for you.
Yeah, really, it's nothing but luck. I mean, you find something like Five Nights at Freddy's, and you sort of never think you're going to have that experience again, and along comes this like beautiful little gem, and this fandom that is as voracious as any I've ever been involved with. So yeah, so look, I don't take it for granted. I know I'm lucky. I know I'm lucky as an actor. I know I'm lucky as a person. And I just as easily could never work again as getting these incredible roles. So there's a lot of luck in it. There's a lot of yeah. It's a blessing, and I don't know. It's random when you get cast. I've been in a lot of really terrible movies with lots of really terrible parts, but every now and then I catch like this little joyride.
Yeah, and it might be luck based, but you're also capitalizing on it. So you're putting in the work, and the success isn't totally random, I'm sure. And you mentioned Five Nights, the sequel's coming out, and that was such a phenomenon. When they have a generational hit like that, they're going to be pumping in a lot of budget to it. It's going to be bigger and better. So is that what we can expect from this sequel? Everything amped up?
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I think the storytelling's been amped up a lot. I don't feel like the budget's gone through the roof. I think it still has like, there are $250 million, $300 million movies out there, $500 million movies. I mean, God knows what Avengers cost, but we are certainly not that. We're still sort of an independent little horror movie. But I do think that the movie learned first time around. I think Scott and the storyteller as a primary storyteller listened to the audience is what he does best. Um, he knows that community so well, and I think that he's responded with a script that's maybe it has more jump scares, maybe it's a little more action packed. I don't know. I'm not here to say yes it is or no it's not, but I do think the fans are going to love this next movie, and I think that they're going to be really excited come December.